Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Now Mahomes looking deep downfield. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Leo!
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Sam off.
All day, every day, any day.
Ready?
A give running right, Lindsay. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Set, ready? 10-2 stop.
In your face.
You're out. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Slam.
X3, 218, chopper.
Let's go.
Hey, orbit.
Number 53.
2.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
80 weapon.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Hey. Look at me. Door. Now.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike.
Gone.
54. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. He's checking.
Lock now on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the... And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Get ready.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
We got to get this stop here, D.
Hey, box drop.
54, Mike. 54.
Hey, lock it.
Check. Watch 54. He's tired of you. He's tired of us. He's coming.
On 1st down, Lock. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Yep.
Mike, 53. 53.
Hey, Charlie.
Target. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Let's go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke sliding out of the pocket. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Outlaw.
Let's go. Bang.
Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as his guys are able to regain the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard
go now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Look, squeeze.
Watch twist.
Bam.
Check 37.
Fire.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys have now moved out in front. First quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch that in. Tight end's right.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yellow. Attack.
I got 43's the mic. Hey, here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good. Protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Yellow. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check.
And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
10 more there and another first down.
Right on these two. Yellow.
Now it's Mahomes again, eluding the pressure right. They'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at third and goal.
Man, I got you. 52's the mic. Bring it over there, right? 52.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, here's second and 14.
QB's traps. Let's go. Watch the edge.
Leo. Ready.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Five.
Mike, 53. Mike. It's our time.
On third and long, it's locked. And he fires one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and set and change and at least hold people.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they have taken the lead.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to get zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Kill.
Hard.
Tighten up. Watch the safety creep.
Snap.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Mike 53. Watch the slant. Check nickel.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Danny. Check. Hot route. Hot. Hey.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one, and
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
43 in the mic. Rip left.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He'll find Metcalf. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You give the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Just like that. Staying open. Staying open. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Let's go, defense.
Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
I got 57 colors, 57 colors. 65, 65. 65. Hey, 15, 15.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joe Schobert coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
No. Look at me. Go.
He's coming. We got double up.
Rock it.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Get it.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now. Hey, seam 6.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Tighten up.
5.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs. Because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
Clear. Right.
Mike.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Here we go.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yellow. There's a wide right.
Check, 43. Let's go.
Hey, Ridley.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
43 in the mic. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Attack.
43.
Mahomes to throw once more. This is Johnson. He's got it. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Yellow.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to air one out. This is caught at the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 69 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
51, Mike 53.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
I'm here all day. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Ready.
Block now to throw.
Here we go.
Rolling to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Second and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Wait. Let's go, blue lady. Wait, tell her. Watch the flood. Attack.
Delta.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds his man Johnson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Broncos' 42-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
15.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes flushed out right, and it's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Got an open man, he completes it to Callaway. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you run the football.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hey, lock it.
On 2nd and 9, Lock. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Here's Hill on the return. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, not able to believe their good fortune probably. First and goal at the 2. They come out here in the eye. A very short field to work with now. First and goal after the great punt return. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Line, I'll go line.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
57 colors, 57 colors.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Squeeze. Hey, exit.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I got it.
Let's go.
Here's Locke to throw.
53.
And the pressure gets to him again. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Locke going to go on 4th down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
43, 15.
We got 4.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Mahomes to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off right around the 43. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First down, Chiefs.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Yellow.
43 is the mark, boy. 43. Check, 43. Watch the run.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Good work, boy. Let's go.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And that will write a finish to this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.